Okay, Super Sonico animation. Now, this isn't like an anime like the ones you've seen before, or a manga. I know it's different because a lot of people I've talked to that have told me about Super Sonico that I should look at it and give a first impression of it. They were fans of this girl like before I even heard of the anime. So she must have existed long before then. So from what I'm told, she's like idol, like a mascot, an idol for Nitro Plus of Japan, and they hold music festivals there. And I guess she must have been created by them years ago, and they have their own games and I guess visual novels and whatnot. And now she has her anime because she's that popular. So I gave it a look, and from what I can understand, they actually did turn like her anime into like all the others in a way. That I mean, and when I say all the others, I mean like an idol type anime. And I don't know if that's what she actually was when they created her, but she is definitely like a gravure like idol. But what I can tell you about her, besides her being an idol, is that it seems like she can take things seriously when people are being like sarcastic and joking with her. She takes it seriously. Clearly she's a heavy sleeper. But other than that, she works a lot. It seems like she's always busy, always doing something. And I assume that's how it is for idols in general. Like they always have something to do, and they rarely have like time for themselves. But not only that, it seems like a lot of people try to take. I'm assuming, I don't know all about her. I don't want to make a whole bunch of fans of her upset, but I'm just gonna make this assumption though that a lot of people, at least in this anime, because I mean, other than that, she's a mascot, so she never had an anime until now. So I'm assuming this anime, a lot of people try to take advantage of her, and there's others that look out for her, because that's basically what I was seeing. So also, like towards the end, I see that she is in fact in a band. So she seems to be like the guitarist and vocalist of like a band of like 3 girls, including her. And I think the band is called First Cosmic Velocity. Yeah, I think that was it. First Cosmic Velocity. But yeah, so yeah, as I was saying, like not only she's like an idol mascot, but she's in her own band, and like she does a whole bunch of things, so very busy. All in all, I think for those that are fans of this Sonico, this idol, they'll love the anime. But for people who are unfamiliar, I don't know what you'll think. But I do encourage you to watch it and tell me what you think about it, because I think this is the first time I've seen like an anime where someone outside like that was created, you know, gets their own like anime. I guess that happened before. I just didn't know it. But I guess I gotta learn more about that. But other than that, I encourage you to watch a few episodes and then see if you like it, and then tell me what you think. So go ahead, there you have it. You know, give it a watch. And this anime is, as you can see, Buddy Complex. Now, To sum it up, my first impression about this anime was that it was like Susei no Gargantia, if you saw the anime, which was basically about this future where humanity is locked in this desperate struggle against this squid like enemy, and they're losing the war, and the main character in that anime somehow gets warped to Earth, where humanity has long left the Earth, and they don't even know where Earth is anymore, but he somehow gets warped there, cut off from all the forces that they had, and he sees these primitive humans that are on ships because the planet is pretty much covered by water, and they're just left behind. It was like full of ice, but as all the centuries have passed, like that it's just water now, water world, and he's stuck with the primitive humans, and like that's basically how that anime starts. But this one to me was similar to that because it started off like a typical high school anime, and you would think like, how's the high school anime like similar to that one, but hear me out. um it started like that, but it yanks you from that real quick, because then you start seeing these mechs and whatnot, and then you like, okay, now there's a similarity because he's going, to the past, and well, he's not necessarily going to the past, but the characters that's in two characters is in there that are from the future, so you're looking at the past, and then he goes off to the future, which to me was strange because he didn't have no issues going to the future. But let me just start. Let me start from the beginning and explain what this anime is first, because otherwise you won't. If you saw the other anime that I just mentioned, then you'll understand the similarities. But let me explain this one, which is basically about this boy, Alba. And I'm assuming this Alba was really something in the future, since he was pretty much the target of one of the mechs, which I'll get to. But typical high school kid, and he's going to school. The summer vacation is over, and there's this girl that's in his class, and she doesn't talk much, but she always pays attention to him. They all think she likes him and whatnot, but that's not what was actually going on. She was watching him because she's from the future, and I guess it's important for him to be alive and safe. Otherwise, it'll have dramatic consequences in the future. So she's watching him, and everything is all well and good until that mech shows up from the future. And then it automatically, somehow he can hack everything and find out where this guy is, this Alba, and he goes to kill him, because I guess that'll change the future as they know it. So he doesn't even really, he's not even really shocked that he's in the past. That's what really bothers me, that this Alba goes to the future eventually, and he wasn't bothered, and this guy who showed up in the past in the mech wasn't really all that shocked to get to the past. But whatever. Okay. So this girl was waiting until that moment, till something like that would happen, and she had a mech herself, so because she's from the future, so she saves him and tells him a little bit, as always the case in these type of anime. But and he tries to he tries to kill her too, but he fails. She defeats him, And then she's trying to explain to him, like, why she's there, and she only gave him the basic information. And then somehow he wasn't truly defeated. He tried to get his last attack, his last revenge, which is to sacrifice himself and self-detonate. And then all of a sudden this portal comes that takes you back to the future. See, all this is weird. I know you're thinking, like, that don't make any sense, but hey, it's anime. That's how it is sometimes. But yeah, this portal popped up out of nowhere, and she flies towards it to go to the future. She already knew it would take her to the future. And maybe the point is for it to not make sense. So don't judge it too quickly. It actually was interesting, because I'm sure they'll answer your questions in future episodes. But for now, he wasn't, like I said, he wasn't all that bothered and shocked by all this information. He took it all pretty calmly, as some anime do, which I think they should make that part have more of an effect when you're told, like, oh, I came from the future, and then you can't just have a calm face when someone tells you that. But okay, it's anime. So he goes to the future, and he don't have a clue what's going on. He has no idea what's going on, only that they're in some huge war, and he's trying to make sense of it all. And all she told him before he went to the future is this guy named Dio is waiting. So I guess he's an important figure, but he doesn't know anything about this Dio, and he wasn't really told much at all, just basic info, like, I'm from the future, and he tried to kill you from the future, and that's it, pretty much. They won't tell you much of anything. So you basically have to keep watching to understand it. But I wish they spent more time in the past so you can understand more about the main character himself. I'm sure they'll pull like some flashback sort of thing. Maybe not. I don't know. But you see his family for, in that first episode, and that's it. You don't know what else happened. So I really wish they spent more time on him real quick before they send him off to the future. But like I said, it's very interesting. So give it a watch. All right, Nobunagun. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, another Sengoku anime? It's not. It is not a Sengoku Jidai era anime. Instead, it is completely different than what you think. I know it has Nobunagun in the title. It's anything but. Yeah, I'll tell you that much. But let me tell you what this particular is basically about this high school girl, Shio Agura, who is, well, a loner. And she is on a school field trip to Taiwan, so they flew there, and pretty much all hell breaks loose while she's there. And not only is she a loner, but she has some pretty interesting hobbies. I mean, the things she's into, I don't think any of the other girls is into at all, so they think she's kind of weird. And yeah, alone. So, like I said, everything's going crazy right now on her trip, and then you realize that there's some sort of secret government agency called Dogo or Dogu or whatever, and they have these things they call EG holders. And I'll explain what they are in a minute. But as all this chaos is going on her trip, apparently some sort of alien has attacked or invaded or something. And I guess it usually comes from the sea, which it did indeed come from the water. It was able to get on to land, which I guess it couldn't do that before, but it can now. And the whole Taiwanese army is attacking. And this must have happened before, clearly, because they seem to have seen it coming or something. Because they responded pretty fast. So they attack it and they fail because, I mean, the jets and the tanks and all that is humans. This is the aliens. And these EG holders that I was talking about, they are gifted, I guess. I don't know if it's a gift or a curse, but they seem to have this, like, almighty, powerful abilities compared to the average human. And apparently they're all reincarnations of, like, historical figures, all in the past. And this girl, Shiogura, happens to be one of them, but no, this is like the secret organization. This government agency had no. And Jack the Ripper just happens to show up and fight an agent. He is quite effective at tearing this alien apart, but his recklessness and carelessness got him injured, like, really bad. And all the girls are trying to escape, like, somehow. What the most popular girl, while she was while a girl was on this trip, she kept trying to like do it. Well, seems to but she kept trying to include her. And the rest of her popular girls happened to escape. And without her, they didn't have her with them. So a girl goes to try to save this girl who, who reached out to her and whatnot. And that's when Jack the Ripper just happens to be like a fighting like in front of her. And in the end he just couldn't, win. But she tried to save her friend, so she went to do it anyway. Jack the Ripper stopped her because she was like, if you try to save her, you're definitely gonna die. This is way beyond you. But she looks at the source of his power, which is like some sphere of I don't know what it is, but it seems very technological. And she grabs it like she knows what it is, like she must have seen it in her previous reincarnation, I guess, as Oda Nobunagun or something. But she takes it, and then that's what unleashes her power, and she remembers her previous life. And then she's able, like, instead of having a sword, she has a gun, so thus so now she has the same kind of powers the rest of them have. She's gonna go and save her friend, but like the moment she became Nobunaga, she had this crazy look on her face from that point forward. But yeah, it was some craziness happened to it, but it was funny though. I liked watching it. Give it a watch.